Welcome back, everyone. Appreciate you joining me here today. Big show. I want to share with you one of the most popular topics and one of the most popular questions that gets written in. So many people want to lose weight and transform their body. They've heard all of these amazing things that GLP-1s can do, but they've also heard of all of the side effects. They've heard about the potential thyroid-based cancer. They've heard about the the GI-based issues, such as the constipation or the nausea or the complete lack of appetite or the constipation. So they've heard about all these things. They don't want to worry about all the side effects of what can happen in the short term and the long term. And they also know that when being on these GLP-1s, they're going to lose so much of their muscle mass and potential bone mass if they're not weight training 2 to 3 times a week. And if they ever stop using these GLP-1s, well, they're going to gain all of that weight back and more. So not a rosy picture, right? Can be a great short-term solution, but it can have devastating long-term consequences. Well, what if, right? What if there were a natural-based alternatives? So about 18 months ago, we set out as a science-based team. Myself, the chief scientist and compliance officer on my team, we looked at the research and we took our time. We said, all right, GLP-1s are naturally occurring within the body. How can we improve weight loss, blood sugar balance, appetite suppression, and manage inflammation? All of these things leading to better outcomes without any of the side effects. And what we were able to do was really narrow that down to 2 categories, and I want to share with you all of that findings today. I'm also going to detail it so that other practitioners can share this work as well in their practice. And so all of this will be at stephencabral.com/3386. Every single one of these ingredients and dosages are backed by science. That's the amazing thing, is that pharmaceutical drugs are not the only things with science behind them. There are natural ingredients that have been studied now for decades that also have that same rigor of science. All right, let's look at them right now. What is a GLP-1? Let's talk about that in the first place. I have previous shows. I'm going to link those up today as well at episode 3386. So glucagon-like peptide 1. It's a hormone. It signals satiety. Whenever you hear that word satiety, it just means that you're full, right? So it helps balance ghrelin and leptin. So the hunger hormone and the satiety hormone. So when your body is balanced, it says, oh, I'm no longer hungry. Amazing. Because then you're less likely to overeat. That's important, right? Especially as you're trying to lose weight. GLP-1s naturally allow for slower gastric emptying. That just means the contents of the food empty from your stomach just a little bit slower. With Ozempic and Wegovy and those types of things, it's much, again, like it slows it down too much where you end up with serious digestive issues. It can enhance insulin secretion and receptivity. So that means when blood sugar levels naturally rise after a meal, you want insulin to be able to pull the sugar into the cells and into the liver. That's where it's supposed to go. So GLP-1s improve that. And it reduces glucagon. So when we're looking at all these things, is the body's ability to store sugar. We'd rather have it burn a lot more body fat, right? That's the goal. Okay, so again, let's look at what we can use as an alternative to the Ozempics and other GLP-1s, naturally enhance our own GLP-1s, and without the side effects of the nausea, the muscle loss, and the long-term gut imbalance and dysbiosis. All right, the first one is this, Berberine. It's been a star for a long time. I mean, it helps with your liver, it helps with blood sugar levels. It literally mimics metformin, the type 2 diabetes drug. So it is very impressive in its own right. So Berberine is one of the stars. It improves insulin sensitivity, improves the gut microbiome to help produce actually more of the GLP-1s, which are produced in the intestines and the gut, and it helps aid in fat loss and your overall metabolic health, your metabolism. That isn't just weight loss. It's circulation, it is energy, and it's brain cognitivity, as I'm literally making up words talking about your cognitive ability of your brain. All right, we'll have to pop some Berberine right after the show. The second one is this, it's turmeric, right? So curcumin and turmeric. Why? Powerful anti-inflammatory. But we also know that it helps to lower blood sugar levels naturally. It improves the beta cell function of the pancreas. What does that mean? Well, that's the pancreas is an organ inside of your gut that allows your body to produce insulin that then pulls the glucose, the sugar, out of your bloodstream. So that's essentially what it does. And it's very powerful because it can also modulate the gut-brain axis. So turmeric, extremely powerful in its own right. Ginger root is up next. I've been talking about ginger for years now. Amazing for the kidneys, right? Great for the digestive tract, really powerful. Also a powerful anti-inflammatory. Well, it also helps with satiety, so feeling full, slightly delays gastric emptying to a natural base level. It works as a natural appetite suppressant, and it boosts GLP-1 secretion in science-based gut studies. All right, next ingredient is quercetin. Stabilizes blood sugar levels to a degree, powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and mast cell inhibitor. So all those histamines and cytokines amazingly helps with that. It improves overall endothelial function, which is often damaged when someone's overweight or has higher blood sugar levels, leading to higher cholesterol, plaque buildup, and then atherosclerosis. All right, number 5, EGCG from green tea. So without all the caffeine, right? Although it's pretty low in green tea in general. Green tea is amazing for you, especially matcha, organic, ceremonial grade. But EGCG stimulates what? GLP-1. It has been shown to be a powerful anti-cancer, but now I have to give you my medical disclaimer. I can't provide any medical advice, medical treatment plans, medical cures, medical diagnosis. So this is health education. EGCG has always been known to be a very powerful fat oxidizer, helps to burn more body fat, improve metabolic rate, and it suppresses appetite naturally. All right, resveratrol, we look at this one more for anti-aging. Helps with oxidative stress, helps with senescent cells, but it also activates AMPK, a fasting-based mimicker inside of our body, helping with calorie, or it looks like calorie restriction, supports insulin sensitivity, and indirectly supports GLP-1 activity. And then many of these need a little bit of what they call Bioperine or black pepper to enhance absorption. So you will see that in many formulas as well. All right, so those are all the herbs. It sounded like a lot, but I wanted to give you the full, right? But it's berberine, turmeric, ginger, quercetin, and EGCG from green tea extract with resveratrol factor that enhances all of those as well. All right, so that is what we use that mimic GLP-1s. But how can we start to make more of the good bacteria that produces our own GLP-1s so that we don't need to rely on the Ozempics and Wegovy's forever, right? Let's go through that right now. Here are the specific strains, and then the 6th strain is the star, and I'll give you that at the very end. So there's 5 strains. Bifidobacterium breve helps reduce fat mass and supports overall gut barrier function, so there's not as much leaky gut, right? Which will improve inflammation and glucose metabolism. The next one, Lactobacillus rhamnosus, that modulates mood and appetite. It improves the gut-brain axis of that enteric nervous system, which connects the gut to the brain. Not just the vagus nerve, but the enteric nervous system. Aids in satiety and fat metabolism. Lactobacillus plantarum, one of my absolute favorites for becoming healthy, becoming well. One of my favorites, again, supports insulin sensitivity, improves overall digestion and nutrient-based assimilation. Lactobacillus reuteri, one of my other favorites, besides Lactobacillus acidophilus, plantarum, reuteri, those are like 3 of my must-haves in a product without a doubt. This one boosts oxytocin, satiety, supports weight loss, lean muscle, improves the immune system. So an absolute all-star, and you don't even need a lot of it. And then the last 2 are the specialty ones. Bifidobacterium anomalus lactis. This one improves overall body composition. It actually reduces waist size and waist circumference in studies, and it improves bowel regularity and gut health. All right. The true star as well is one that is scientifically proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to help improve the bacteria that promote GLP-1 secretion. And it's a bacteria or a certain strain called Akkermansia. And Akkermansia improves overall blood sugar balance, the satiety, all the things that GLP-1s do, but naturally. So when we look at it, we've got herbs from nature, right? That mimics the Ozempics and Wegovy's, but then we've got probiotic strains that what? Enhance the bacteria that naturally improve satiety, weight loss, and produce the bacteria that then produce more of the GLP-1s. So it's pretty remarkable. All of these things are available to you. Do you want to just take these and not do a couple times a week of strength training, getting your 10,000 steps per day, doing your intermittent fasting of 12 hours, 14 hours, maybe 16? No, you want to do all of those things. But this is the icing on the cake. This can move the needle for so many people that are looking for a natural alternative to the harmful GLP-1s. Because I get it. People want a better way to lose weight. Well, the nice thing is, after 18 months of research, this is it. These are the most powerful ingredients that you can get. And you can source all of these individually. I always want you to have that ability. My job is to bring the education to you, but it's also to make it easy. That's what we do. We have a functional medicine, virtual functional medicine practice, the largest integrative practice in the world. We ship labs all over the world. We work with people in 27 different countries. And I don't usually talk like that, but people want easy, and I get it. I was there myself from 17 years old to 27. I'm like, listen, I'll do whatever I need to do, but try to simplify it for me because this isn't my full-time job. It wasn't back then, right? Now it is. So what I want to share with you is this. We've been able to formulate something that makes it easy. And what does it do? Well, it just includes all of these ingredients that are scientifically studied at the exact right dosages. The berberine, the turmeric, the ginger, the quercetin, the EGCG, and the resveratrol. That is called the GLP-1 tone. And then we created the GLP-1 A+ probiotic. That what? It just includes all of these strains. And that is the strains that help you then build up the bacteria to produce your own GLP-1s. And it's an amazing system. It is a 1-2 punch. Couple capsules a day is all that it takes. Should you still be eating well? Absolutely. Should you still be doing your exercise? Yes. Getting your steps? Yes. But why not give yourself that extra advantage? So what I'm going to do is this. I can't link up the GLP-1 tone system, but you can find it at stephencabral.com/shop. That takes you over to Equilife. You can just search. You literally just search for it. Just type in GLP inside the search box and you'll find it. But here's the thing. I'm also going to link up all the ingredients so that if you want to find other products that better suit you, be my guest. I'm happy for you to do that. I really am. My job is to simply bring you the research that can help you heal and achieve your goals without having to turn to a lifetime of pharmaceuticals and drugs. That's really what I want to do. So all of this will be available at stephencabral.com/3386. And for the GLP-1 tone system, you can check it out at stephencabral.com/shop. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing rest of the day. And of course, if the show is helpful, feel free to share it with anyone you believe it could serve. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.